Donald Trump looking for win number 3 in a row tonight in Nevada, and a lot of pundits who once said he would never win are now eating their words.
I was just as sure as a lot of people that Donald Trump would stagger out of that debate and possibly finish in second place.
He was often regarded, myself included, as a candidate who was going to be sort of a novelty candidate, not somebody who was going to win. Huge credit to Donald Trump.
The stupid pundits, which I guess I am one, we didn't see this. We didn't understand that he was such strong medicine.
There's still a lot of discussion among Republicans who say, I still can't believe he's going to be the nominee.
So Howard Kurtz, Fox News media analyst, host of Media Buzz on Sundays. And Howie, good morning to you. You do this for a living. So what are you finding when you report on the other reporters?
Eating their words, as you say, Bill. Look, most journalists and pundits now finally belatedly acknowledging what's been obvious for some time, that Donald Trump is the odds-on favorite to win the Republican nomination. Doesn't mean he will win it, but he's clearly the favorite. At the same time, there's some angry voices in the media that are blaming the voters, calling them dummies and racist for supporting Trump. For example, New York's Daily News, which has really become kind of a parody of a newspaper, putting up a cover the morning after the South Carolina primary. We see it there, Confederacy of Dunces, and the lead is worse. The piggish voters of South Carolina gobbled up the slop served up by the bloodthirsty billionaire. And we had the Huffington Post, which so despises Donald Trump that every story has an editor's note saying, by the way, he's a liar, he's a bully, and worse, with a big headline after New Hampshire. New Hampshire goes racist, sexist, xenophobic. So it's the voters' fault, you see.
Howie, you see that in a couple areas, obviously. What about, like, the mainstream press? How are they managing this campaign so far?
Well, some of the more candid journalists, a couple of whom we saw there, coming out and saying, look, we were wrong. We thought he would go nowhere. We thought he would implode. And clearly, in the wake of the victories in New Hampshire and South Carolina, Trump is now getting the respect that anyone else would have gotten. Now, look, he's a very controversial nominee. He's very divisive. And so when you look at the mainstream press, now, you know, they cover the horse race and they say it will be hard, not impossible, but hard for Cruz or Rubio to stop Trump. But when you look at the more ideological press, for example, National Review, which has essentially declared war on the Donald from the right, has a piece up today saying Trump is a liar, and there was also a piece saying that both Trump and Bernie Sanders emerged from the wreckage of a broken culture. So it's the culture's fault, the media's fault, the GOP's fault, but Trump keeps on winning, as he may tonight again.
The wreckage of a broken culture. Thank you, Howie. Back at it. Howard Kurtz there in Washington. Thank you.